So
How do we start this? It's been too long.
give me a second. Hello and welcome to the Vanpla. I'm your co-host Dan.
Hey, I'm Hayden. Oh god.
Oh God, Hayden, are you okay?
No, I hate this COVID nonsense. I'm going stir crazy at home, man.
You know what? Through most of this, I've had a lot of school stress to go through, but now that my school semester is done, I only have like 1 week before the next. Pretty much next week, my school semester starts again. Oh, it's Friday already. I went through that. Oh.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Well, we hit May though.
We
May
did.
1st.
We survived.
I think it's been more than 4 weeks actually. I think we were supposed to do a recording last week. Let's hope
Yeah.
not to slip up. But, you know, it's COVID. I'm just going to say I got some shit to do while I'm on COVID. So that's why this episode is delayed.
Yeah.
But
Crunch
the
time was
delay no longer because you're hearing this.
Exactly.
This audio.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, don't disagree with me, man. You got to be the spunkiest. You got to be either the hype man or the disagree man.
Hayden, you're so smart. Ooh.
Dude, crazy. That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I agree. I agree with everything you just said. So how you been? How you been?
I've been
this
doing,
past 5 weeks?
I've been doing all right. Unlike most people, I had a lot of pressure to get schoolwork done during COVID, and right up until last week, I was doing quite a bit of schoolwork. But now
Right.
that has been wrapped up, and that's kind of part of the reason why I also wasn't able to record for a hot minute there. So apologies to you, but I salvaged my grades, so woohoo.
I think that day I was like, oh, we're supposed to do a podcast today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then that's it. And then next week happened. But
It's just like, damn,
Okay,
I'll get it
cool.
after I get this assignment done. I'll message Hayden, and it's just like, no, I forgot because I'm so tired. I've been in front of my computer doing digital art for like 16 hours a day. It sucked.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this April went by in a blur.
It
Like,
did.
being stuck at home every day, you kind of just, I don't know, you do your daily shit and then you go on your computer and then all of a sudden the next day, you know, arrives and I felt like I felt like I've done nothing. Like
I feel
it's
like
really bad.
For me, I agree quite a bit. March just slogged on and on and on and felt like it was never going to end, and then April comes around and whoa, April's gone. It's like, what? I was supposed to record a podcast episode. Oh shit. Pardon my
I'm so
French.
tired of being stuck at home.
Yep.
I've been eating takeout and eating it over the sink like a rat, you know?
Oh jeez.
Like, not really, but
Someone make
definitely.
fan art of Hayden eating takeout like a rat. That'll be really funny. Haha.
hey, if I had buck teeth and okay, no, I'm not gonna go there actually.
Jesus.
That's not okay.
No, it is not.
But let's talk about April. I think quite a bit of things happened in Vanpla over the course of April.
yes.
First, Vanpla is participating in the Great Canadian Build Off, and what that is just it's a group, it's a collaborative project between almost all of the clubs in Canada, and we're all coming together to advertise for this event. You just do a straight out of the box build. There's no modification. You just paint it in a different color. There's and then we're just giving out prizes, right?
Nice.
Nice. And
Get
a lot of people are joining, but everyone seems to think that it's some type of competition. It's really not. I mean, but to be fair, it does say like first, second, and third, and I'm like, excuse me, that's technically a competition. But I think their the thing that they want to push the most is definitely the special awards, which is just themes, right? Like if you
Mhm.
build a unicorn or something, and if the judges really like your unicorn or something, then you get a prize for that.
Nice.
There's one for Gundam Wing as well. Titan's color scheme, Iron Blooded Orphan, like make your own Iron Blooded Orphan kit or something. I don't know. Just have fun with it. So for this competition, I've been building the Efreet Schneid.
Nice.
It's a piece of shit. Don't
Not nice.
don't don't. I hate it. I think I'm dragging on this project for way too long because actually it's sitting on my table right across from me, and I just don't want to work on it. I look at it every day, and I just oh my god, I don't want to do it because I'm very angry with some of the things in the kit. Like they have, so the Schneid is a special unit. So in the show, I think it's a guy named Schneid or something like that, right? And then he named the Efreet after his own name, and it's his special unit. I mean, what a fucking asshole! Like he has like 20 knives on his whole suit, and it makes no sense. But the issue isn't the knives; it's the amount. Actually, it's also the knives because the kit, because high grades are meant for children, right?
Yeah.
Preteens or something like that. If they want to market it here, they have to make sure that the knives are rounded off. So they've done an amazing job rounding the fucking knives off, and I'm over here resharpening everything they did. So there's like 20 of them, and then there's 2 glowy ones. So what I did was just I cut the 2 glowy ones and I sanded it, and it's super sharp, and then I just threw in the towel.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck it, this is my custom kit anyways. I mean, if I put more knives in it, then it just makes
it's just gonna drive you crazy.
I'm just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Me explaining this makes me sound crazy.
I can just kind of hear
to God.
the boiling kettle in the background, just the steaming, just dissatisfaction, and then it starts to boil into a bit of a rage and a disdain that you have with your kit, right?
This is some dumbass shit, man. Whoever made this fucking kit needs I hate it so much, but at least I didn't pay for it. I got it from the Vanpla graveyard. So for the people who don't know what that is, a lot of community members, they just donate model kits to this graveyard. Most of the time it's built, most of the time it's missing pieces. But yeah, shout outs to Rico. I got this kit from Rico.
Wonderful.
It's complete.
Big
and
shout
I wish it
outs to
wasn't.
Rico.
I wish it wasn't complete, so I don't have to deal with the knives. But I don't think I'll ever deal with the knives. So I think I'm in the clear. But I swear to God, if you guys don't pay money for this kit, I don't know, I'm not having a good time with it. And the Efreet Schneid is actually really short. For a high grade, it's pretty small.
See, I thought it'd be.
I would say it's average height, I guess, right? But Naoki's proportions make him so like slim and tall, and it doesn't feel like it has presence, right? If I put the kit down, I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay.
Do you think someone
like what do you want me to do?
Do you think someone like Kotoki could do it better? Or I know for a fact Okawara could, but
Okawara made the design.
Yeah.
Right? But Kotoki, well, the HGUC line, if you didn't know already, it's actually Kotoki's line.
Really?
HGUC's conception was the selling point for HGUC, the Universal Century High Grade line, was to establish that we hired Kotoki, and this is the stuff that he makes. And he doesn't have full control of it, but the modern proportions compared to the old high grade kits, and I'm not talking about HGUC, I'm talking like old
like
HG
before
kits.
Universal Century.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
In the proportions. They got away from the Gundam look. You know how the
traditional line art where it's like the big hands, big feet,
it's the curved legs. the curved feet. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's the
yeah.
curved feet. It's got kind of like it's kind of hard to explain. I guess I'll post some photo right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Kotoki's legs, which is right now. And then if you looked at them side by side, they're definitely one is definitely a lot more robotic, a lot more, I guess,
Mechanical,
their eyes,
squared
more
off.
mechanics. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like a redesigned Metal Gear Rex, right? Like
Mhm.
you look at the line art from that, and then you look at the original Metal Gear, right? There's a huge difference
Mm-hmm.
in terms of scale, in terms of realism too,
Mhm.
right? So Kotoki's proportions was the hot selling point at that point. Everyone loved Sentinel, and I think he got really popular off of that. So he became one of the designers. And then, fast forward to now, Naoki is in charge of like what Kotoki was in charge of. But the thing is, he started modifying the proportions based on his liking as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a HG kit in Gundam Build Fighters. It's the Lightning. No, it's not Lightning Zeta. There's a special type of Zeta kit that looks very stylized. I forgot the name.
Does it transform?
No, it doesn't transform.
That's the lightning, then, I think.
Lightning, right?
Yeah.
I always think the Lightning Zeta was the one that like that Build Fighter Tri kid used, the one with the glasses.
Wait.
That's Lightning Zeta, right?
Yeah. I'm
Is it?
I'm
yeah,
confused.
See, I'm bad with this.
It's Zeta.
But one of them is Zeta. There's the blue Zeta, right? That's called. You know what? We have a computer here. Let me just.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Well, I remind our viewers that we are very good at, Gundams and, all information about that stuff.
I found it. Don't worry. You don't have to. Actually, I was ready like the moment I was talking about Googling it. It's called the Lightning Z Gundam. This kit is actually made by Naoki. It's his own custom designed that he already made, and then Bandai gave the okay. And this is a really popular kit, from my knowledge. But the proportions changed heavily. It doesn't look like a Kotoki creation. But yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now with Bandai. They are stretching themselves out to other redesigners now. They're looking into newer people, but Ifrit Schneid is definitely a Naoki production. You look at the Ifrit Schneid, if he has spread legs, right?
Yeah.
The chest becomes even smaller than the length between the legs, so it just turns into like a little pointy thing. Think of like going leg up, and the proportion is just like a sharp point going up. So the chest is small.
Okay.
Feet are wide.
Okay.
But traditional, like even Kotoki stuff, is more like straight. Like the chest would match up with the spread legs. And then a lot of the older mobile suits, their chest is even wider, right?
Yeah.
Or their waist is even wider. Yeah, something about Naoki, he really likes thin waist. Like, look at the Pale Rider. You can see that have you built it, by the way, the Pale Rider?
I have not built the Pale Rider, but
but
I
that's
do have
also
one.
like, it's something that just stretches up. It points up, and it's really, he just makes small chests, dude. I don't know why.
I think he like tapers
It's a thing.
even more than Kotoki does. I think it just my thing with him is I can see like his line art and stuff where he goes forth and redesigns all the like the GMs, and he puts the ground GM next to the Sniper 2 next to the normal GM, and they the way he draws them and the way he like modifies their proportions, to me they all look the same after he does that. Like very small head, torso, and a waist, and larger arms and legs, but it's all very square.
Dude, I think he's reducing the box like appeal of Gundam. I think he's trying to go for a more like sleek
Yeah.
design in his own way. I'm not an expert at this in any sort of way, but it seems to me that he's trying to kind of standardize the Bandai proportions to his will now, and you could definitely see it on the Friedschneid. So when I built that thing, I was really actually disappointed with the chest. It's really small.
Damn.
It's really small. I think I'll show you next time.
Yeah. Like,
Or just look at the photos I post on Instagram. You get a
shout out
closer
to
look at it.
HeyHeyBC.
Yeah. Fuck. I haven't been on Instagram forever too. I just because I worked on this Afrit Schneid, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post it. But
Yeah.
man, Instagram is such a rough terrain. Like there's nothing to. I feel I get bored. I think I don't follow enough people. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why.
I think a lot of the builders that I like following on Instagram, I think if because Instagram has this handy dandy little translate feature, I really like following a lot of Japanese and Korean blogs.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Is that what you call them on Instagram? Blogs, pages,
page,
whatever. Zoomy woomy talk.
pages.
Oh god, like
Hey, shout outs to Zoomy Woomy.
no, don't shout out Zoomy Woomy. You know
No,
who
no,
you
no.
are, Zoomy
It's
Woomy.
funny because I actually didn't expect that many people to reply to the Zoomy Woomy thing.
It's because
but
they know they'll get a rise out of me because
I look at
hate
the
it.
fucking comment section. There's actually a lot of people listening to this, and I can't believe you guys waste your time.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them that.
Watch us.
That's
I'm kidding. I hope people do take away from our show for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very surprised that people do listen to the end.
yeah.
Um,
I'm
Yeah.
less surprised because you and I think, not to toot our own horn too much, but I think you and we've got pretty good chemistry, and people like hearing local
you know,
stuff happening
if
and blah blah blah
if
blah.
you if you and I sound exactly the same, of course we would get along because we're actually just one person. We're actually just Dan.
Hey guys, today's a reminder to take the schizophrenia medication that you've been not doing.
That's not okay. I mean, they should if they have schizophrenic
I
tendencies.
can. Hey,
You just jumped yourself into a fucking well and you're not getting out.
nope, I'm not. This is my bed. I made it.
Speaking of wells and things not getting out of, what have you been working on?
Well, I've got news for everyone. Holy shit, I've actually brought a kit to paint, like, to the painted stage for the first time in, like, 3 years. This is...
Yeah, I remember on the second or the third podcast, you were like, all right, by the time the next podcast happens, I'm going to be finished painting the Leo. And then now you're painting the Leo, but it's been 2 months, my dude.
It's... Okay,
But
all right.
you finally did it.
Deadlines aside, I feel a big sense of accomplishment getting it to the, I used spray cans and for both my paint and the varnish I put over top of it. It's a gloss coated right now, if we have put up a picture here. But I really like it. Just the fact that the feeling I get bringing something to this stage is great. It's a different sensation than building, and because I rely on rattle cans and don't have a spray booth set up because of where I live, I haven't had a lot of time to either A, get competent with a airbrush at the dojo, or B, or B, I've had to wait for the weather to be good, but rarely life has had me prepared to paint something when the weather was good. And luckily we had pretty nice weather yesterday, and I just said, yeah. Well, it was
raining.
dry enough for me to paint, so
Right.
I primed the last of the kit.
Mhm.
While that was drying, I painted as much of the. Wait, no. The kit was completely primed before, but I ran out of the little clips that you use to hold, like the
Right.
alligator clips on skewers that you use to hold up
Right.
your
Right.
kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did it in 2 waves, and then for the clear coat at the end, I did them all at the same time because I was running out of sunshine at that point, and it was getting later in the evening. But
Are you weathering the kit, by the way?
oh, of course.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Here's a quick tip. I'm weathering it. Both because it looks cool and I want to hide.
Okay, this isn't fucking Vanpla ASMR. Okay, this is humans talking like normal.
I know. I'm just
What's
saying.
your quick tip? Give me your quick tip before I like.
Quick tip for weathering?
No, what was that quick tip you were gonna say? I got so uncomfortable. I'm
Oh.
headphones, man.
You didn't
You're
even hear
killing
it?
me here.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Well, if you didn't hear it, our listeners probably didn't either. So we can cut that previous one out. But yeah, I'm gonna weather some areas, both to make the kit look cool, but also hide some mistakes that I still have.
You gotta. Weathering is perfect for hiding mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you weather wrong, then it becomes a mistake too. So you gotta be careful.
I gotta
Yes.
say, I've made a lot of mistakes with this kit, and I didn't know how much of it would be seen through the paint and stuff. But
Hiding is the hardest part.
this is an important learning experience for me because I get to know what does and doesn't work. And I mean, the last painted kit I didn't even take it to top coat, right? So,
Right. It's interesting. You talk about the fact that it's like a learning experience
Yeah.
because recently on Discord, we had a lot of members, even newer members, right? They talk about like their kit.
Yeah.
And I really like the new guy Kintari. I think that's his name on the Discord page.
Shout
He
out.
was talking about the issue with him not wanting to mess up. And I think in the previous podcast, we talked about that mentality already, right?
Yes.
It's the idea that they feel that they spent a lot of money on this kit, so they want to make it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, that's a big trap, man.
It is.
I can totally... The way that he types is very fleshed out, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much, like, words per minute this fucker can write, but he writes really quickly. Sorry, not fucker, but he's a really nice guy.
Absolute mad lad.
Yeah, we it's very interesting because he expresses that concern. I guess I don't know. I get you have to make that mistake. You know what I mean? Like that $80 isn't just the kit; it's your experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do mess up, good. You pay that $80 now. You're good to go now.
Mm-hmm.
Now you won't make the same mistake as before. But there's also some confidence in yourself, right?
Exactly. The thing that keeps me going through all my mistakes, and both with a model kit and artistically, is I know that if I analyze what I did wrong and figure out solutions, that next time I will be better. And I know that it's okay to mess up now because a saying that has stuck with me throughout my life is the master has failed more times than the beginner has even attempted.
Did Confucius say that?
No. I don't
Who the
know
hell
who
said
that.
Me.
Me.
Shout outs to that pickup truck guy in the gas station who said that to me.
Me.
last week,
I
dude.
said that. I'm the philosopher now.
You're the guy at the gas station.
I'm the gas station guy.
I'm the gas station guy. All right.
God. Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm really happy with it.
Yep.
It was going to be for a group build with a Shout out to Matt and Nathan. Matt and Nathan.
Yep.
Shout outs. They got their kits done way quicker than I did, but they've also painted a lot more kits than I did, so they're kind of more used to it. Yeah, but the color scheme for the Leo is a shared color scheme with their kits. We went with a couple of blues, couple of grays, and a red accent around there.
Right.
I didn't realize the different kinds if I made the forearms on the Leo the darker blue that is on the rest of the kit, it would look like Mega Man. You know? Like the classic blue bomber.
That's the worst, when you think you come up with like a very clever color scheme. And nah, man, it's just Mega Man.
Yeah.
You unconsciously go to either Mega Man or, I don't know, like Samus.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's
But
a common thing. Yeah.
I like with like the waist skirts and the bigger the bigger boots I put on it. It really makes me think of like World War I trench fighter kind of deal, and the color scheme makes me think of early First World War French soldiers when they thought the key to winning a battle was morale, not tactics. Like
Wait, what?
If you boys, they thought that the okay, quick side tangent. When the French lost to the Germans in the Franco-Prussian War, and lost Alsace-Lorraine, the French High Command thought that the difference between the French and German troops was the motivation in them, and if your guys were more motivated and could charge in, you would inevitably win. And as such, the striking blues and reds of their uniforms, I mean, it looks beautiful, but they were really easy to
Shoot
like
down.
they died like flies in the opening weeks and months of the First World War. Like, it was brutal because, I mean, the Germans had a dark gray uniform called Feldgray, you know, which wasn't perfect, but it was better than what the French were using, and the British were actually the most set up for it in their khaki green uniforms.
Isn't it khaki?
Khaki?
I
don't know. My dad always told me you should be sounding like you're saying car keys, kind of, so cocky.
Cocky.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Anyways, enough linguistics and military history aside, just the striking blues with the red made me think of that on the Leo. So I gave him a giant sniper rifle, and I put a beam saber underneath the sniper rifle, which I'll send you a pic to post here.
Wait.
And it kind of...
Wait. Did you just make the GM sniper?
Did I? Oh, damn.
There's no visor.
Oh, my God. No. Wow. Hey, guys.
Well, you know, hey, man.
I mean, it's even
it's
got
all
a little backpack thing with Hugo, the little spider missile.
You have a
running
droid
around.
looking as dude,
Yeah,
like a drone
and
thing. You're fine.
You know what? He's even got the pistol and the sniper rifle from the GM Sniper K9. So.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Way to
you know what?
Way to make a call out post on your Twitter.com against me, Hayden.
I'm sorry. I don't use Twitter. What's a Twitter?
What's a Twitter? I don't use Twitter either. Hey, write down in the comments section below if we should get.
It's not time for community engagement. God damn it!
You should
talking about your
foolish
shit.
Oh my God! Do you ever just get tongue twisted? Like,
no, I get stir crazy.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we're in crazy stir mode. But I think this is fitting.
Yeah,
we'll look back at this podcast and be like, wow, we were not okay.
Yeah, no.
This podcast is falling off by the minute.
Yep.
But it's all good. I think staying indoors and doing your part is helpful.
Yeah,
But
I think for sure.
talking with people in real life and talking through a mic is so different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I really enjoyed like spending time going to downtown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the VPL,
Yep.
Inspiration Lab, and doing the podcast there because it's more in person.
You
A
you
lot
you
more things, more to do.
you get up and you get out and
Yeah.
you're engaging yourself. I'm like
Makes
right
me
now.
think like I'm some lab rat that's
Man,
staying home, but
I just feel like I live at my computer desk more than I'd like to right now, honestly.
yeah,
Like it's giving me flashbacks to when in a previous phase of my life I was I think the term is NEET, where it's like not in employment, education, or training, and that bit of my life sucked. And just getting reminders of that now, I don't really like, but I just know I care about my family. My parents are seniors. My grandmother is in her 90s. I know the more work I do staying at home, the better off we'll be, with this virus falling off. And
I mean,
the numbers out west here prove that what we're doing is working.
Works. Yeah, I just like to, remind others that, if you do decide to go out, I mean, right now, I think last time I heard from the recording of this podcast, I think businesses are slowly actually going to open back up very soon. I don't know. I don't know how soon, obviously. But during the month of April, I think it's safe to say that if you head out, you're not just putting, yourself at risk. You're putting the people in your family at risk, right?
Yep.
I have a friend who, we were supposed to hang out when the first shutdown first began.
Yep.
But they canceled last minute because she had to take care of her grandparents.
Yeah.
And they're old.
Yeah.
So, being immune compromised, and
I have
dangerous.
Quite a few of my close friends are also immunocompromised, and day to day you don't really notice, or it doesn't really come up, and you don't really know how many people are, but as time goes on, it's just your eyes are suddenly opened to all these people in your life that your actions by continuing to go out and stuff would directly impact, right?
Yeah.
And us as Gunpla builders and model kit builders, I think we're better set up than most people to handle this, because I mean
we literally just sit and build. But I think I said this in the last podcast, but I said that I don't do a lot of building at home back before the COVID thing happened. I don't do a lot of building at home at all.
Yeah.
I actually do most of it outside when I'm hanging out with you guys, right?
Yeah.
That I think is really nice because it's a social environment, and I can take a break at any time and figure out do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Lots of movement involved, actually.
Exactly.
And I don't know. This sucks right now, man.
You have a very cool setup for portable building, actually, that I would like to learn from when we go back out and stuff, because I think this month things are slowly gonna reopen, but hopefully. I don't think we're ever gonna go back to a complete normal, because we're just
we don't know.
No. I think that in terms of generations and stuff, how some people's grandparents why did they do this behavior? Oh, it's because they grew up during the Great Depression, a lot of stuff with hygiene and self-isolating, and a new normal is going to come out, and you know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think so, at
that's
least.
that's totally credible. I mean, that's definitely possible. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I just want this shit to be over, man. I want to fucking.
You do not
You
know
know.
how much I
Yeah.
want Duffin's Donuts. I am in my Duffin's Donuts
Duffin's.
crew neck as we record this.
Wait. They sell Duffin's donut
Yeah, they sell merch.
shirts.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's actually like super high quality too. They've got t-shirts, zip-up hoodies.
What the heck?
I got the crew
That
neck.
is
When they open
crazy.
up, I'm gonna get some more t-shirts.
Jesus.
'Cause
Well,
just-
I really hope I eat their chicken again.
Oh yeah.
I'm craving fried foods.
It's a
It's
become
nice.
I think in movies Ghost in the Shell director Shiro? No. He was the guy that wrote it, right?
Wait, who are you? Ghost in the Shell. You mean the guy who directed the Pat Labor movies too?
Yeah.
Sure, I don't remember his name.
Give me a quick second. I have the Pat Labor movie on my bookcase over here. Mamoru Oshii, and I feel kind of ashamed of myself that I didn't remember that because he's one of my favorite directors. But Oshii has a calling card in all of his movies where their basset hound shows up for at least a shot. And I became known in school for my stories having a some kind of allusions to Duffin's Donuts popping up.
How does that have an what?
Like, you know, characters talking about going to Duffin's and stuff because I have Duffin's on the mind. It's funny.
You know Oshii Oshii excels in like
No, but Oshii like how I do Duffin's like how Oshii does the Basset Hound. That's my point.
Okay. All right, my dude. I'll take your word for it.
I'm right.
Okay, dude. Speaking of things that I'm right about, actually, no, you were right about this. GBWC getting postponed.
Yep.
It's probably canceled.
Yeah.
It's not postponed. I think it's actually just canceled.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing next year, to make up for this year, they can like fly 2 contestants in. You know.
Ooh, that'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool. First for GBWC, but you know, probably I don't know. I'm actually pretty happy about that because I didn't even start my Turn X build yet for GBWC.
Jeez.
So I get more time to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still theory crafting right now. Just I guess when I'm not very happy with something, I might as well just not make it.
Yeah. You're trying to
I
make
think
it
it has
so
to be an
you're happy
idea.
with it.
Yeah, I think the idea is just to go with it. I messaged in my opinion, one of the best builders in Thailand. I forgot his name. I feel so bad. But his tag is the Paint Pusher, and he does really amazing dioramas. But I can tell that it's not so much that he has the technical skill. He does have good technical foundations, obviously, right? Here are some of his works. I'll just show it off right now on the screen. Dan, say wow.
Wow.
Yeah, okay,
No,
all right,
actually, I
perfect.
actually really like Paint Pusher stuff.
Yeah,
That's
his
good
stuff
stuff.
is really good. And yeah, he seems to be able to create interest in the in a sense like mundane. He's able to capture a lot of very vivid concepts and execute in a way so that it's interesting and easy to understand for the viewer.
Yep.
And I think it's something that's very difficult to do. I think that's my current hang up right now. Is figuring out how to kind of speak to the viewer about your concept without having to complicate it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're writing a draft document, right? Let's say you're a game designer or something like that, right? Or a movie writer. Usually what they want you to write is like a quick summary of like exactly what this movie is about. Usually it's even like one sentence, right? Oh, what is this game about? What is this movie about?
The elevator pitch.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, actually that's exactly it. But yeah, looking at it, it's so difficult to actually do because if you're not able to pitch that idea yourself, it seems in a way you're not understanding your own topic either, right?
Yeah.
So that's my hang up right now. That's something I have to kind of figure out how to do. But I consulted him and I asked him like how he does these things, but man, he just says like, "Yo, I just do it." I'm like, "Okay, great, dude. Thanks, man." I mean, like, no, but he did give me good advice. I specifically was asking about composition because I think composition is the way you lay out the idea, right? But I didn't directly ask him about like, oh, how do you come up with your ideas? I actually asked a more technical question, like how you come up with your composition. And he was basically like, oh yeah, just make sure that nothing is ever standing unless it has to, right? He showed me a lot of like shots that look like they're part, like a freeze frame on something extremely dynamic, right?
Yeah.
And they're excellent. The way he uses bases is also excellent. It's not just like a wooden base on the bottom. There's something on top of the base that is crooked, and so it forces your subject to balance itself from so if the ground is flat, right? Let's just say you're making a Gundam and it's leaping off of something, right?
Yeah.
A boring way to do it is if you have a flat base and your character is just like blitzing towards the enemy or something like that, right? And you can make like some cloud trails. That might be interesting, but it's not as interesting as a wooden base, and then the wooden base props up the groundwork, right?
Yeah.
Where the ground that the figure itself is occupying, it's going to be crooked, so it forces so it creates more visual interest, and the character is either leaping off of the ground, right?
Yeah.
That would force it's kind of like a let's just say like a space station, right? It's like a broken ship part of the space station, and it's crooked, and then you leap off of it instead. So that would add more visual and give it more structure, right?
Yeah.
Interest, yeah. I think I think that's something I just need to consider. Again, he gave me a lot of pointers, so he's a really nice guy.
Wonderful.
And even if you yourself are curious, Dan, he'll definitely like reply to you.
Yeah.
You just need to give him some time, dude. He wrote like so many paragraphs, so
Cool.
He was a very useful guide, and it's awesome.
I'm really excited. I've got this little disc of corkboard that I cut out to try and make a diorama for a Star Wars figure a while ago. I think I might, when I'm done with the Leo, it's perfect to have him and Hugo kind of displayed on top of it and give it kind of a muddy texture so he looks World War I-ish.
Right. I think what you can do is actually I'll give you a kit that's it's also a Leo, but it's in one of the Orizaku panels,
Okay.
like Orizaku articles. It's a very interesting Leo that's kind of like it uses the shield as its head. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh.
And
Like as kind
the
of like
guy,
a hat kind of deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he has like a flamethrower or something, or like a gun, and he's running, and there's a human in front of him, in front of the machine. But it's definitely like a larger scale. So like the guy made it reduced to the point where the Leo was the same height as like a Votom's kit, right? And that way he was able to weather more.
Okay.
And technically, in your case, you're trying to weather more to hide the mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to weather more, then you make it so that Leo is smaller, and therefore the chip marks can have more opportunity to break off. So now you have more surface area.
Yeah.
Because if you weather something that is extremely large,
Mm-hmm.
and then you use a lot of like weathering paint on it and chipping and stuff like that,
Doesn't look right.
It ruins it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very unrealistic, and that's the thing. I'm having problem with the Ifrit actually right now. I try not to go overboard on the chipping, but the chipping is so small that you don't get to see it unless like I have a macro camera showing off the leg or feet or something like that.
I'll
right?
send you a picture of the Leo's feet that we could post here. So our listeners can view it, and just kind of the scale of the mud that I'm going for on the feet is very subtle, because I understand these things are like 18-20 meters tall. They're huge, and my Leo is the smallest of a trifecta that Matt, Nathan, and I built. So on one hand, I feel like it's really small. On the other hand, I know that it's super huge. So towing that line for painting is a bit, how should we say, like interesting, I think, as I keep working on it. Man, I wish Citadel washes weren't so hard to find right now, because literally everyone is buying them up to paint. Like,
Really?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I can't find null oil anywhere.
What? That's
If you know about 40K and would like to correct me, please let me know, because I
Leo storms into the room.
Know where to get
Leo
some
storms
watches.
into the room, and he's like, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Leo's one of our 40K builder.
Yeah, I've known him since we were in high school together, and
he's a good builder.
he's really good, and he's
I like
also
his painting.
a
It's good.
phenomenally talented artist. Like, shout outs, Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah. Well. Yeah. What else? What else can you really say? I mean, I'm just like stuck in a constant dread and loop, thinking about my issues with the kit, and my ideas. Maybe I'm in a kind of like my brain's fried for the year or something.
maybe.
That's possible, right?
Yeah. I'd say
I think I'm having a burnout as well, in a different way.
I'd say maybe don't stress about it too much, because like at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we're building-
exactly. I'm not. I just like to make something, but right now I have this weird feeling like, if I make this, should I make this? Should I invest the time to make it? And then I think that's actually a really bad attitude, because I keep thinking about it and then nothing gets done, right?
Yeah.
But another bad thing that might occur is if you do jump into something, right, and you don't finish it, you just keep jumping into different ones, and then eventually you'll never go back to the original thing that you had in mind.
Hi.
Like you
Are
keep
you talking
making
about
new.
me for the past 3 years before painting the Leo?
That wasn't in my mind. I was just thinking, because I do have a couple of projects that I put aside,
Mm-hmm.
and to this day I haven't touched. It's it's just gone forever. I mean, I have them, but I haven't
burnt
been
out.
working on them.
You
Yeah.
kind of yeah.
I remember the Hygog diorama that I was very ambitious about, but I haven't gotten to it at all.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at that time, I thought it was a super cool idea. Now I'm like, this is fucking stupid. It was supposed to be a Hygog shooting a missile at a GM ground type that's coming out of the like in I don't know if I mean, you've seen War in the Pocket.
Of course I have.
And this is the opening sequence in War in the Pocket. So if you guys haven't seen War in the Pocket, please watch War in the Pocket. It's really good. It's only like 6 episodes.
It's
super fun time.
one of the
Watch
best
it during
Gundam
Christmas.
things to ever have.
Go for burgers after, like you and the boys. Just you and the
Go for Bright's
okay.
Burgers.
Oh, Bright's Burgers.
There's an alternate universe UC timeline where after the 1-year war, Bright retires from the EFSF and goes on to open his own kind of Bob's Burgers place, and the Titans win, and he's just still making burgers.
Do you think that first episode of Zeta Gundam where he gets punched, he's like, all right, that's it, I'm opening up a burger joint?
Like, fuck this.
Oh god, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about my idea.
Yeah.
I'll quickly go over that. It's like a Hygog shooting at a GM ground cold district type.
Yep.
That's coming off of like a lift. There's like an elevator that escalates them. I've seen that sequence like 100 times because I was trying to find reference photos for it. So it comes out, and then as it's coming out, it's being shot at. And then there'd be like some buildings to accompany that. But I ran into a huge issue because as I learned more about composition, now that I think about it, I'm like, wait, this diorama is going to be horrible because it's a flat ground.
Yeah.
Right? There's buildings that make it more interesting, but there's also another big issue there. If I make too many buildings, if I make one that's too tall, and I did make one that's too tall, it's a giant warehouse, right? I was thinking like inside the warehouse, you can, how a lot of diorama artists, when they like want to show off part of a building, they actually just black out the sides, right?
Yeah.
And they just do like a part of the building. What I wanted to do was like hollow it, and you can actually see what's inside, right? But the issue was now I have to make a lot more of those things, and then here comes more buildings. This building's too tall for the Hygog. It's going to detract attention. The scene's too boring, and then it just goes to shit. I was trying to like light it up too, so many ambition just rising and rising and rising, and then you get to nothing.
Yeah.
You do nothing. You go like, oh, let's just build a Gundam. Fuck it. And then and then like 3 years later, 4 years later.
Oh damn.
That Hygog is still in my. Actually, I can reach in like a minute, but it's definitely in its box, all primed and ready to go, and the diorama's not even made. So, this is what I mean by. This is why I made an oath. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna fucking build like 100 different things, and I want to try to at least like push it through, right?
Yeah.
So then I could start a new one. Yeah, that's basically it. Please don't do what I did. Just
please
too
learn
much ambition.
Learn from the both of us.
Beginners have ambition. Yeah, beginners have a lot of ambition too. They want to be like, oh, I want to make this light up. I want to shit like. They got
okay,
so much. They just want to take a fat dump of like all the cool things that they think are cool, and then they try to condense it, and then I guess I can't do any of it, and then they figure out they don't know how to do it, and then they quit the hobby, right? So
yeah,
that's a real big shame, and that's the kind of mentality that I want to try to avoid.
Yeah,
for beginners, right?
I think
I feel like we're having the same like discussion. I mean, like last time we talked about that, right? But this time I remember a specific example of when exactly I burned out.
Yeah.
It's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with COVID, you have more time to do model kits. I feel like I'm not grasping the opportunities right now to build more, and that's making me think about these previous experiences.
I see. I see. No,
Yeah.
I think something that has changed since the last episode, though, in uh, COVID terms, is a lot of Vanpla sponsors have gotten online and delivery services up and running.
These motherfuckers are hustlers.
They
They are hustlers, man.
they're doing good work, you know.
They're like, oh shit, we can't do this. Okay, time to do this, this, and this. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do online. Let's
Well, I mean, for a
you know.
lot of people, like a lot of businesses, this is like,
Well, they have to,
yeah,
right? I mean,
it's necessity.
but it's kind of it's kind of surreal to think like, okay, I'm talking about Sakura Media specifically.
Yep.
I mean, I love UA. I love the actually I just love UA.
Oh my god.
I can only say that because I've I worked there before
UA
when I
is
was in grade 9 or 10.
wow.
And UA was still working there that time, and he's still working there now, and he's a great guy.
I love
but
him.
I remember, yeah, I was gonna say it's really surreal to see COVID happening,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing's open in the mall, and there's crazy people learning. Actually, when I was at Metro that one time, I was just walking.
Yep.
And downstairs, I went on the third floor. The Apple store area,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's like a little fountain. A bunch of seniors were just sitting there chilling. Like I'm like, you guys stop! What the heck?
Yeah.
But the craziest part was like on the second floor, this guy was like screaming, "You can't touch me, man! I didn't do anything." And he's just shitting his pants.
Wait,
And
wait,
then he's
wait, what?
He didn't actually shit his pants, but like he was shitting his pants that like metaphorically, the the supervisors were like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Please get out of this like place, right?" And he's like, "You have no right to touch me, man."
Oh god.
But he was screaming that, right? And like, it was really bad. It was really ghetto. Metrotown's really ghetto right now. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe that was just that one bad experience. But I was walking down, and then every single store is closed
Mm-hmm.
except this weeaboo shop. God damn! Like, what the fuck? Why is Sakura still open?
TNT.
Well, I mean,
and like.
Yeah, TNT and Sakura.
Yeah.
Both Asian businesses, but it's crazy to think like this poor girl, she's just sitting at the front counter, max 5 people inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think that was 2 weeks ago. I got a Sazabi
Nice.
kit, and I saw Aaron there too. Shout out to Aaron, I guess.
Yeah.
Aaron's always there.
Aaron's a
Oh my
dope dude.
God.
I
Yeah.
went yesterday.
Oh, how was it?
Man, it's crazy when I go out to buy groceries. And I go to like somewhere like Save on Foods or a superstore. I start freaking out because there's so many people there. I go to Metrotown. It's like there's more people in the grocery store than in all of Metrotown, even with some stuff starting to open up again.
Right.
Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm totally convinced that after COVID's all done, I'm gonna have like a fear of crowds, because I go around and I'm just like, good lord, like people stay home, like wear masks, I finally got some a restock on some masks yesterday, because I bought a bunch for oh my god, I just got a text message. Oh god.
No, it's all right. Dan,
Yeah.
just
That made me
stand
lose
up.
my train
Just
of
stand
thought.
up. Stand up. No, it's
Oh,
okay.
time
Stand up.
Yeah.
No, no timeout.
Oh,
No timeout. It's
okay.
fine. Just stand up.
Stand up.
You stood up? Did you stand up?
I'm standing up now.
Okay. Go check the front door. Go check the front door.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to stop
Keep it-
recording?
No, it's fine. Keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
I'm checking the front door.
So, we bought a Switch for Dan. It's his birthday in a couple of days. So, I guess in the podcast, say happy birthday to Dan. Okay, I'm fucking crazy talking to myself, but Derek and some of the Vanpla guys are there to give him the surprise. So, I'm just sitting here not doing much.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Recording in the middle of this right now?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
Goodness, hello everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
This is Derek from Vanpla. We actually have okay. I apologize for crashing the podcast, but it's actually for very good reason though.
I have no regrets.
I know Jeremy has no regrets. Actually, neither do I. So the sorry was probably this just for.
Hey,
courtesy
6
of
feet
this.
apart,
There was
asshole.
actually a
6
very
feet
good
apart.
reason why
Come over
we
here.
came and crashed the party. So first things first, Dan. I need you to go on Discord
Okay.
and join the general chat. And where everyone's waiting for you, because it's Dan's birthday, everybody.
In a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks.
Oh my god!
So I need you to turn on the video.
Oh god! What?
And unpack your gifts.
What? What?
That's right, you heard it here,
The bag is
everybody.
mine, though, so.
Yeah, the bag is Jeremy, so he needs it back. But
Okay.
Unpack it, so make sure everybody can see.
There's the webcam there.
It's still
I'm
recording.
gonna keep recording.
Keep it recording.
This is awesome.
Join. Oh God. Okay, I'll see you in the Vanpla Discord.
Okay, sure.
Join me over there, Half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do it. Whatever.
Are we gonna
It
keep
doesn't
recording
matter.
through this?
I don't give a shit.
I think
Yes,
it's,
we are.
it's a
Fucking
wonderful thing,
birthday
man. We should
time, boy.
totally keep
I don't
recording
care.
this. So now Dan is ready to go onto the general
I
Discord.
want to have my indelible mark on this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do. Holy
Hey,
shit.
6 feet
Okay.
apart. 6 feet apart. This is dangerous.
All right, I'm joining the. Oh yeah, 6 feet apart, guys. Back up, back up. Yeah, holy shit. Oh my god, alright, I'm going in.
Long hair. I know.
Everyone, we are recording Amplacast right now, and those guys are you broke into my house.
Yeah. It's Dan.
Hey, that's an invasion of privacy.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
We put on some pants.
Yo.
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Pants.
time to
Pants,
unbox.
pants.
Let's.
Do we want more light on this? Everybody can see?
Put the light down. Put the light down.
Yeah,
Put the light
we
down.
can't see you.
Yeah,
Oh, too
you're
bright.
blinding the camera.
Cannot. Oh,
This
see?
is not the best camera, but
That's okay. They want to see your reaction.
I feel it. I can't see it from.
Reminds me of 2002 again. Dude,
Holy
a
shit.
model kid.
Oh,
Oh, dude,
Fuck
crazy.
yeah.
man.
Master Grade Wind Gundam. Wait.
I love the show, so
Yeah.
it was my recommendation.
Here we go, Jimmy. There's your bag. That does not.
how do you see the video?
Does that feel like a win?
Dan, open it.
Shut
That
the
feels
fuck up and
different.
open
That
it, man.
feels different. It's,
Just open it.
Open that. And open that. Holy
Guys,
shit.
shut up.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
look, the camera cleared.
How do you get to the video? I don't understand.
That's an awesome Gundam. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the video too.
Nice,
Fucking
nice.
runners.
Runners.
Yeah,
Y'all-
runners.
y'all
What?
evil.
Runners.
Oh, it's already gone. It's already.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you guys didn't!
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna fucking cry. No!
It wasn't easy to get you.
What?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
Yo,
easy to
you
get.
are repping the Duffin's Donut shirt.
Oh God, stop this donut.
No lies, man. No lies.
Hi guys.
Wait, were you betting? Oh shit! Damn, I should have.
Thanks,
Oh my God.
Yo, man, you gotta stop crying, man.
I love you all.
Yo, you look
Oh
bad
my
on the
God.
podcast.
Bro.
Hey,
Let
a
me-
switch
Hey,
light?
Switch light.
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Excuse me.
I love you. I love you all. Oh my God. Let's see. Let's. Oh.
Did you guys open it?
Oh.
What if
Oh
it
my
breaks?
God.
Oh.
This is.
There we go. There's a PS Vita inside of
I
it.
caught it. I caught it.
PS Vita.
That thing's tiny.
I think he needs a case
It's
for it.
not, it's
Yeah,
not-
the Switch Lite is
know.
supposed to be more portable.
He's like an OtterBox case
What?
for it.
What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, a
go.
Donkey Kong gift card.
No, you don't want to forget this. Oh my God.
Dad, and you need to get Animal Crossing.
Dan, Animal Crossing.
You need to get Animal
No,
Crossing.
you guys
man.
are
Join
bad
the
influence,
drugs.
man.
One Animal Crossing.
He's never gonna see
Join
the
the
sunlight after
drugs.
that.
Happy
There's
birthday.
Everyone's saying get Animal Crossing. I'm
Got
getting Animal
dungeon.
Crossing. Oh my God. Just let me.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Happy
Birthday
birthday.
to you.
From the bottom of my heart, I love you all. Thank you so much.
Dan, bait and switch.
We love you too, Dan.
Dead.
Love you too, buddy. Happy birthday.
Man, that's
Happy
gay.
birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Is that Jeremy?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
Jeremy with
Jeremy,
the
show your
Pokemon in
face.
the
I can't
back.
see
Hi,
you.
Jeremy.
People.
Jeremy, do a face reveal.
Dude,
I've been
we
looking
can
at
see your
Jeremy's
legs.
well-toned legs this whole
I
time.
love you all.
Jeremy, we only
so
see your
much.
legs. And the bright white
Dude,
shorts.
Jeremy looked like his Animal Crossing.
Are you sure that
character.
those not his legs?
Oh,
Those are,
God.
those are Jeremy's legs.
Jeremy's legs.
The crisp 240p legs.
Wonderful.
The pale
Stop
white.
the glare.
The pale white.
That's Jetfire. Oh my God. Wow. I love you all. I love you all. This is.
We love you too, Dan.
Where's Derek?
He's right behind there. Yeah, I know.
He's
See
in
you,
the sea
Derek.
of black.
There we go. Hey,
Oh, there
Derek.
you go.
Yeah.
Whoa, is that Jeremy's face?
That's Jeremy. That's Derek.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys.
Okay, that confirms it. I've never met Jeremy in person before.
Yeah, me neither.
He needs to
Oh
come
my-
out more.
Y'all missing out.
Never
Oh
met him
my
before.
God. I just.
And even if I have, it's
Wow.
Oh my God, I got a Loot Crate email. Sorry.
What?
Like out of nowhere.
hey wait, how Kix is on my
I'm
island?
so confused. This is a lot
What the
going
fuck
on
did
right
you
this is-
expect when I told you to get the hell out of your house?
On your birthday and giving it to you now, so you wouldn't have to wait until your birthday to catch up to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Raheem, come back.